Hi students, this is Sheshibhushan. Today I am going to start chapter 1, application of matrices and determinants. So already we studied in 10th class basics of matrices such as addition and subtraction, and in 11th standard we studied how to multiply the matrices and how to find the determinant of matrix, and how to apply the row and column operations and properties of determinants. But in 12th standard we are going to study applications of matrices and determinants. In that we have few topics, but I am going to teach only 2 topics today. So that is, first topic is how to find adjoint of a square matrix. Adjoint of a square matrix. And second topic is how to find the inverse of non-singular matrix. So second topic is inverse of a non-singular matrix. Non-singular matrix. Okay, right. Now let us start adjoint of matrices. In 11th standard we studied how to find the minor of an element in a matrix and how to find the cofactor of an element in a matrix. So before finding adjoint of square matrix, we should know how to find the minor of a element and how to find a cofactor of an element. Why? Because adjoint of matrix means it is a transpose of cofactor matrix. What is cofactor matrix? The cofactor matrix is the matrix formed by the cofactors of corresponding elements. Okay, let me recall the how to find minor of an element in a matrix. For that I will consider one 3x3 matrix. Let us consider a 3x3 matrix, so which contains 3 rows and 3 columns. So each element is denoted by small a, and here a11 means, here 1 means first row and second one is indicates the first column. So a11 is first element in first row and first column, a12, a13. Next, in second row, first element is denoted by a21, a22, a23, and a31, a32, a33. And now this is 3x3 matrix. Now let me find minor of an element. So in this matrix every element will have the minor. So how to find minor of an element? Actually if Aij is an element of a matrix then its minor is denoted by capital Mij. So minor of an element which is lies in the ith row and jth column, its minor is denoted by capital Mij. So first of all I am going to find minor of this element, first element a11. So a11 minor is denoted by capital M11. So capital M11 is nothing but minor of an element a11. So how to find minor of an element a11? So for that you have to remove the first row which contains a11 and first column where a11 lies. So I am going to remove this column and this row. So automatically you will get these 4 elements. So by taking the determinant of these 4 elements you will get the minor of first element. So I am taking the determinant of these 4 elements a32 and a33. We know how to find the determinant by product of these 2 elements a22 a33 minus a23 a2. Now this will give the minor of first element A11, and it is denoted by M11. Now to find minor of this second element, similarly to find minor of this second element, it is denoted by capital M12. Minor of an element A12. To find minor of this element A12, we have to remove the second column and first row. So this column and this row. So ultimately we will get these 4 elements. So I am taking the determinant of that 4 elements: A21, A21, A23, A31, A33, A23, A31, A33. Now finding the determinant. How to find? A21 into A33 minus A23 into A31. In the similar way, we can find remaining elements, all these elements minus also. In the similar way, we can find all the minors of the elements. So similarly, suppose if I need minor of this element, so it is denoted by last element A33. So it is denoted by M33. So for that remove the last column and last row. You will get these 4 elements. Take the determinant of that 4 elements: A11, A12, A21, A22. That is equal to A11 into A22 minus A21 into A12. So this will give the minor of this last element. So we can find minor of each and every element in a square matrix. Okay. After that, how to find cofactor of an element? So cofactor of an element is nothing but it is minor with sign. How to assign the sign to the minor? If you assign the sign to the minor, you will get the cofactor. For example, so we are going to find cofactor of an element. Cofactor of an element in a matrix. Cofactor of an element in a matrix. So every element in a matrix has minor as well as cofactor. So cofactor is nothing but sign and minor with sign. So it is called cofactor. So to find cofactor of an element, suppose I am finding the cofactor of an element Aij element. If Aij is an element in a matrix, then its cofactor is denoted by capital Aij. So here minor is denoted by capital Mij and cofactor of an element Aij is denoted by capital Aij. So first of all, I am going to find cofactor of this element. Cofactor of an element A11. Cofactor of an element A11 is denoted by capital A11 and is defined as minus 1 to the power of 1 plus 1 and its minor. So by assigning the sign to the minor, you will get the cofactor. So here 1 indicates the first row and second one indicates the first column. So minus 1 to the power of 1 plus 1 is minus 1 square. That is equal to capital M. So here capital M11 is a minor of first element as well as it is a cofactor. Why? Because here we are assigning plus sign. So plus M11, positive M11 will give the cofactor of first element. Similarly, cofactor of second element. To find cofactor of second element A12, it is denoted by capital A12, and to assign the sign we have to take minus 1 first row second column element and its minor a12. So minus 1 to the power of 3 m12 minus 1 cube is minus m12. Minus m12 is the cofactor of second element a12. It is denoted by a12. Similarly, we can find cofactors of each and every element in this matrix. Okay. So I am finding the cofactor of last element. Last element is a33 and its cofactor is denoted by capital A33. To find the cofactor, we have to assign the sign. So how to assign the sign? Minus 1 to the power of 3 plus 3 m33. So minus 1 power 6 m33, that is equal to m33. Okay, so here a11, a12, a13, so on, a33, all are these are cofactor of the corresponding elements, right? So this is the procedure to find the cofactors of each and every element. Now I am going to construct the cofactor matrix of A. Cofactor matrix of A. So cofactor of matrix A, cofactor matrix of A is given by arranging the cofactors of corresponding elements as a rows and columns will give the cofactor matrix of given matrix A. So I am arranging the cofactors a11, a12, a13, a21, a22, a23, a31, a32, a33. So what I did, I arranged the cofactors of the corresponding elements as a rows and columns in a matrix. So this will give the cofactor of given matrix, cofactor matrix. This is called cofactor matrix of A. Cofactor matrix of A. So after getting cofactor matrix of A, we can find the adjoint of A. Adjoint of A. Let me write the definition of adjoint of A. Adjoint of A is adjoint of A is a matrix obtained by transpose the cofactor matrix of A, and it is denoted by adjoint A. So that is nothing but adjoint A. Adjoint A is transpose of cofactor matrix. So A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, A31, A32, A33. Okay. So transpose means interchange the rows as a columns and columns as a rows. So first row I am writing as column A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, A31, A32, A33. So this is the procedure to find the adjoint of given square matrix. Okay. This is the procedure to find the adjoint of given square matrix. Okay, let us do one problem on this adjoint A. Okay, example problem. I'm going to start with one example problem. If capital A is 8 minus 6 2 minus 6 7 minus 4 2 minus 4 3, this is the given square matrix. We have to verify that A into adjoint A, capital A into adjoint A is equal to adjoint A into capital A is equal to det A into I3. Here we know how to find the determinant of matrix, and I3 is nothing but a unit matrix of 3 by 3, and we know already we studied how to find adjoint A, and A is given matrix. So by product of these two matrices we have to show it is product of determinant and I3 matrix. Okay, right, let us start solution. So what we need adjoint A and det A also. So first of all I am finding det A, determinant. So determinant of A, how to find determinant of A? Taking the first element 8 and remove the first column and first row, remove the first column, first row. So take the determinant of these 4 elements, 7 minus 4 minus 4 3, and by taking second element, before taking the second element keep minus and take the second element minus 6. Now remove the second column and first row, remove the second column and first row, you get minus 6 minus 4 2 3. So find the determinant of that 4 elements, minus 6 minus 4 2 3. Next plus 2. Now remove the column, third column, first row, you will get these 4 elements. So minus 6 7 2 minus 4. Now 8 into 7 3 is the 21 minus 4 4 is 16, minus into minus 6 plus 6 6 3 is the minus 18, minus 2 4 the minus 8 plus 8 plus 2 6 4 the 24 minus 7 to the 14. Okay, right, here 8 into 21 minus 16 how much? 5 plus 6 into minus 10. Okay, plus 2 into here 24 minus 14 10. Okay, right, 8 5 is 40 minus 60 plus 20. So 40 plus 20 is 60 minus 60, so it will be 0. So determinant is 0. So what we got? Determinant is 0. Okay, I found this determinant. I am going to find adjoint A. Okay, adjoint A is denoted by adjoint A. Adjoint A is a matrix. Adjoint is a matrix which is obtained by transpose of the cofactor matrix. So I am finding the cofactors in this parenthesis, and after that I will transpose it. Okay, right, first cofactor means what? Minor with sign. So first minor having the plus sign. So here I am taking the minor of first element. What is the minor of first element? Here first element minor means remove the first column and first row, these elements. Okay, 7 minus 4 minus 4 3. Now second minor, for the second minor I am taking minus in. So second minor means remove this second column, first row. So elements are minus 6 minus 4 2 3. For the third minor I am taking plus. So remove the, for this element remove the third column, first row, you will get minus 6, 7, 2, minus 4. That. Similarly, here plus, minus, next minus, alternate signs. Right? Here, removing this column and row, you will get minus 6, 2, minus 4. Next plus 8, 2, 2, 3. Next minus 8, minus 6, 2, minus 4. Okay. Next minus plus minus, here plus, minus 6, here this element minus, so remove column and row, you will get these elements. Minus 6, these 4 elements, minus 6, 2, 7, minus 4, minus 6, 2, 7, minus 4. Next minus 8, 2, minus 6, minus 4. Next plus 8, minus 6, minus 6, 7. Okay. Okay, right. Here that is equal to that of 7 3 the 21, 4 4 the 16, minus 16. Next minus bracket 6 3 the minus 18, minus 4 to the 8, minus or minus plus 8. Here next 6 4 the 24, minus 7 to the 14. Next here minus of 6 3 the 18, 6 3 then 4 to the 8 plus 8. Next here 8 3 the 24, 2 to the minus 4. Next here minus of minus 32 plus 12. Next here 24, minus 14. Next this determinant, minus of minus 32 plus 12. Next this determinant, 56 minus 36, whole transpose. Don't forget this. 21 minus 16 is 5, minus 18 plus, so 10. Here 10, and this element is 10, and by simplifying this 20, 20, 10, 20, 20, whole transpose. Right? Now adjoint A. Adjoint A is by transposing it. Transpose means rows, change the rows as columns or columns as rows. So first row I am changing as column, 5, 10, 10. Second row 10, 20, 20. Third row 10, 20, 20. Now this is the adjoint of given matrix. Now I got adjoint of A and already I found determinant A. Now I am going to verify this result. Okay, so what we have to do? Multiply A and adjoint A. Okay, what is A matrix? A matrix is 8 minus 6 2, 8 minus 6 2, minus 6 7 minus 4, 2 minus 4 3. And what is the adjoint A? We got 5, 10, 10, 10, 20, 20, 10, 20, 20. Right. Let us multiply this. First row. How to multiply? First row into first column. 8 5 are 40, 6 10 are minus 60, 2 10 are plus 20. This is first element. First row into first column will give the first element. First row into second column will give the second element. So 8 10 are 80, minus 6 20 are 120, 2 20 are 40. Right? Next, first row into third column will give third element. 8 tens are 80, 6 are 120, 2 times 20, 40. Right? Now I am going to solve for second row. For second row means here also you have to start in second row. So second row into first column. 6 5s are minus 30, 7 tens are 70, minus 4 into 10, minus 40. Okay. Second row into second column. Minus 60, 7 to the 140, minus 80. Right? Next, second row into third column. Minus 60 plus 140, minus 80. Next, last row into column. 2 5s are 10, 2 5s are 10, minus 40 plus 30, 20, minus 80 plus 60, 20, 4, 80, 3 to the 60. Right, by simplifying, yes, 40 plus 20 minus 60 is 0, 80 plus 40, 120 minus 120 0, 80 plus 40 minus 120 0. So ultimately 0, this will be 0, this will be 0, third row also 0, 0, 0. So we got null matrix of 3 by 3. So can I write this as 0 into 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1? Yes, we can write. If you multiply with 0 this matrix, 0 into 1 0 0, so everything will be 0. So 0 into I got I3 matrix. I3 is what? Identity matrix. So I3, 0 into I3. 0 is what? Already we got determinant value is 0. In place of 0, so I am keeping determinant of A. I3. So what I got? A into adjoint A. A into adjoint A equal to determinant of I3. Similarly, in the similar way, we can show adjoint A into A equal to det A into I3. Okay, so I am not doing here, you have to solve it. Same in this manner, you can multiply adjoint A and A, again you will get null matrix. Null matrix you have to convert into 0 into I3. In place of 0, again keep determinant of I3. So at the end of this problem, write down A into adjoint A is equal to adjoint A into A is equal to det A into I3. Okay, students, I think you got idea how to find the adjoint of A. Right. Let me start now. Next topic, second topic. What is second topic? Finding the inverse. Finding the inverse of a non-singular matrix. Non-singular matrix. See here, non-singular matrix. What is non-singular matrix? First of all, non-singular matrix. Let me explain the definition of non-singular matrix. Let me write the definition of non-singular matrix first of all. A square matrix. A square matrix is said to be non-singular. Non-singular if its determinant det A is not equal to 0. A square matrix is said to be non-singular if its determinant of the matrix is non-zero. Otherwise means if determinant is 0. Otherwise, matrix is said to be singular matrix. singular matrix. That is, if data equal to 0, data not equal 0, then A is non-singular. This is if and only if condition. If data not equal to 0, A is non-singular. If A is non-singular, then data should not be equal to 0. If data equal to 0, then A is called singular matrix. Singular. So see here, we can find the inverse for only non-singular matrix. Why? Why? Because inverse of a matrix A is defined as adjoint A by det A. So inverse of a matrix A is defined as adjoint A by det A. So if here determinant is 0, if determinant is 0, here denominator will be 0. If denominator is 0, this is not defined, right? Determinant, if determinant is 0, here denominator is 0, no? So adjoint A by 0 is not defined. So we cannot find the inverse of A. And one more thing, inverse of a matrix is denoted by inverse of a matrix denoted by A inverse. Okay, so therefore, how to find A inverse? To find A inverse, we need adjoint A. After getting adjoint of A, we have to divide the each and every element of that matrix by determinant of A. So what is the condition to find the A inverse? The determinant value should not be equal to 0. If it is 0, then matrix will be singular matrix. The singular matrix will not have inverse, only non-singular matrix having the inverse. Okay, right. What is the condition? Where determinant is not equal to 0, non-zero element. Okay, so we can find the inverse for only non-singular matrix. Okay, what is the definition of inverse? To find the inverse of matrix, we need adjoint A and det A. Okay, right. For that, now we have to do one problem to find the inverse. So example problem, I am taking one example problem. Find the inverse of the matrix 2 minus 1 3 minus 5 3 1 minus 3 2 3. Okay, so we are going to find inverse of this matrix. So let me take this matrix as capital A. Capital A is given matrix 2 minus 1 3 minus 5 3 1 minus 3 2 3. So this is the given matrix. What I said, to find the inverse of a matrix, it should be non-singular. Non-singular when a matrix is said to be non-singular if determinant is 0. So before finding the inverse of the matrix, you have to check the determinant. If determinant is 0, directly you can write this matrix does not contains the inverse, right? Or inverse does not exist. Okay, right. So I don't know this is singular or non-singular. So I am going to find determinant of this matrix. Okay, det. How to find det? So first element into 3 1 2 3. Next, to take by taking second element, take minus and minus 1. Now remove the column and row. Minus 5 1 minus 3 3. Next 3 here. Minus 5 3 minus 3 2. 2 into 3 3s are 9 minus 2 minus of minus 1 5 3 is minus 15 plus 3 plus 3 5 to the minus 10 3 3 is 9 plus 9. Okay, 2 into 7 plus 1 into minus 12 plus 3 into minus 1. 2 7 the 14 minus 12 minus 3. So we will get 14 minus 15 minus 1. So what I got, determinant is minus 1, which is not equal 0. So not equal, determinant is not equal 0 means the matrix is non-singular matrix. So non-singular matrix, for non-singular matrix inverse is exist. So we can write inverse exist. That means we can find the inverse. Now I verified is it a non-singular or singular. So I got non-singular matrix. Why? Because determinant is 0. Now A inverse is exist. That means inverse we can find. Now to find inverse, first of all we need to find inverse. We need, this is the formula, A inverse equal to adjoint A by det A. I will write the formula once again. A inverse equal to adjoint A by det A. Already we found determinant minus 1. Now I need adjoint A. I am going to find adjoint of A. For that, first I will write the given matrix here. 2 2 minus 1 3 minus 5 3 1 minus 3 2 3. This is the given matrix. Now I am going to find adjoint of A. Adjoint A. So I am taking the minus of the corresponding elements with sign. Minor with sign is gives the cofactor, corresponding cofactor. So for the first minor I am taking plus, remove the column and row, you get 3 1 2 3 minus. Now remove this column and row, you will get minus 5 1 minus 3 3. Next plus, last to last column, minus 5 3 minus 3 2. Next minus 1, remove this row and this column, minus 1 3 2 3. Next plus, remove the row and column, 2 3 minus 3 3. Next minus 2 minus 1 minus 3 2. Now plus this element, remove the column and row, minus 1 3 3 1. Next minus, remove this column and row, 2 3 minus 5 1. Last one plus 2 minus 1 minus 5 3. So this is cofactor matrix. By transposing it you will get adjoint. 3 3 is a 9 minus 2, here minus of 5 3 is a minus 15 plus 3, here minus 10 plus 9, and here minus of minus 3 minus 6, here 6 minus of minus 9, here minus of 4 minus 3, and here minus 1 minus 9, here minus of 2 plus 15, and here 2 3 is 6 minus 5, whole transpose. 7, first element is 7, second element minus 12, minus of minus plus, and here minus 1, here minus 9 becomes plus 9, here 15, here minus 1 minus 10 minus 17 plus 1. So this is the cofactor matrix, and whole transpose will give adjoint A. Right, now I am going to find adjoint by transposing this matrix. I said how to transpose. Arrange the rows as columns. First row I am arranging as column, 7 12 minus 1, 9 15 minus 1, minus 10 minus 17 1. So this is the required adjoint A. So I got adjoint A as well as I got determinant also. Determinant of A is minus 1 and I got adjoint A. Now I am going to find A inverse. A inverse equal to, what is the formula? Adjoint A by 8. Can I write like this? 1 by det A into adjoint A. Okay, right. 1 by det A, what is det A? Det A is a value. So it got minus 1. We got minus 1. And adjoint A is matrix. What is the matrix? 7, 9, minus 10, 12, 15, minus 17, minus 1, minus 1, 1. Okay, right. Now minus 1 by minus 1 is minus half. 7, 9, minus 10, 12, 15, minus 17, minus 1, minus 1, 1. Now multiply the minus with each and every element of this matrix. So you will get minus 7, minus 9, 10, minus 12, minus 15, 17, here plus 1, minus 1. Now this is the inverse of the given matrix. Okay students, this is the procedure to find the inverse of the matrix. So just remember that before finding a inverse you have to find the determinant of the matrix. That means you have to check this matrix is non-singular or singular. If you get determinant is 0, inverse, just you can write inverse does not exist. If determinant is not equal to 0, then we can conclude that it is non-singular matrix, and we can find the inverse of the matrix by finding the adjoint A, then divide by determinant. Automatically you will get A inverse. And at the end of the problem, if you have any doubt, is it correct answer or not, A inverse, just you check A into A inverse. Multiply A and A inverse. What you got at the end of the problem, A inverse, multiply with A. If you get identity matrix, A into A inverse, if you get identity matrix, the answer, whatever you got, that answer is correct answer. Okay. Right. Thank you. Tomorrow, let us discuss few more topics.